but it is what it is.
So Hentage is in
You
his
know
way. So Hentage, fuck, I keep fucking it up.
what?
Hentage is on his way in. Savali is on his way out.
Oh, there. You go.
Pointing to the heavens, we can only ask or wonder that he's asking some departed relative for forgiveness for this atrocious performance. First and second, 2 outs. Man, this has been like 50 pitches in this half inning. This is tough.
What game was that call originally from?
I think it was just a random
Midsummer like Cubs Cardinals game.
MLB showcase or something like that. And
Yeah.
Costas was like,
Are you serious?
that guy.
It was just
loves
like
putting his foot in
the
his
game.
mouth.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, didn't matter.
Yeah, it looks like it was just in the middle of June.
Right?
Oh,
They're both a couple games over 500. It's like a Wednesday night.
Yeah, it was June 28th, 2015. I always thought it was from like the NLCS or something.
Maybe he'd be asking some departed relative for forgiveness.
How bad did Strope actually do that night?
Yeah, can we look up the data of that? Because I don't think he did. Like, it wasn't great. I think someone pointed this out a couple months ago. It wasn't a great performance, but like I don't think it was so like incredibly bad. The score, it's not a high scoring game in the clip. What is it, like 3-2 in the clip? How bad could it have been?
Okay, so it wasn't that bad. So Strope comes into the game. The Cubs are winning 2-1 in the 8th.
Sure.
Strope comes in. He hits someone. And then gave up. Oh no, sorry. He gives up a leadoff home run, which ties it.
Okay.
He hit someone. That's pretty bad for 3 batters, and then he walked another. But that is only 3 batters.
We saw that like twice a week from Ryan Brazier. How bad could it have been to get that response from Bob Costas?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Right? Like, yeah.
They weren't even losing. Were they losing in the clip, or was it still a tie game? Here, I've got.
It was still tied at 2.
I've
One
got it
out.
right here.
First and second. Double play gets you out of the inning.
Yeah,
It's fine.
that is a bit dramatic in hindsight. Well, let me be clear. It's dramatic regardless of Pedro Strope's performance, but
regardless of the context.
Again,
yeah, it wasn't that bad anyway.
A Tuesday night in May, and Bob Costas is like, you should consider drinking bleach after this.
Fitzy, speaking of Bob Costas, you popped off with a Costas
You
tweet.
did. I feel like that was
the
a
count
huge
at?
one.
What's the count?
That's Jake asking that, by the way, on Pot on Lansdowne, a.k.a. Go Dads. SpongeBob, a.k.a. Liam, is also curious about that. I am the Twitter itself. We can only ask or wonder, a.k.a. Fitz. If you give me a second, Costas from Fitzy Mopena. It's at 32,000 likes. Right
oh, boy.
Holy shit.
By far my personal best there.
Liam, what's your best?
I think it was that Chris Sale one, yeah. I don't even think I got to 20 on that. Yeah.
It wasn't 32, but
it certainly wasn't 32.
Mine was the most confident in their sexuality Red Sox fan. I think I ended up at like 26.
That's pretty good.
Something.
Damn, I gotta catch up.
I don't feel right that that's my best though, because that's just a video I posted from TikTok.
Well, your best tweets are the ones that get like 4 likes. That's what I always think to myself. Like you get in the sweet zone of 2 retweets and 7 likes. That's like you hit that one out of the park. That's a good tweet.
My best tweets are ones that people would feel uncomfortable retweeting, I think.
You like to push the envelope a little bit there.
Jake does push the envelope.
Laughs are cheap.
Me sometimes.
Laughs are cheap. I go for gasps.
Going for gasps. Shout out to Mac. I think, personally speaking, my best tweet, it was early on in the 2018 season. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was at the UMass.
I was going to say, do you know? This is a weird thing to recall.
The sun was shining. The birds were chirping. Sister Jean threw out the first pitch at a Cubs game.
Oh, God.
And, she's 115 years old, right? You know what I mean? So she's in the wheelchair and she underhands the toss.
Oh, was it?
And in the caption for. No. That would be. There's a law drive. That one might end up in New Jersey. No. It's a still picture of her tossing it, and MLB's caption was like, "Sister Jean shows off her fastball," and I quoted it. And I said Stanton chases load away for his fifth strikeout of the day. And it got good. I think it got like 5,000. Like at that point, like I did not like. I think I had like probably about 600 followers. So for it to pop off like that, I was like, wow, like no autographs, please, no pictures.
How does it feel to be over 2,000 now?
Yeah, that's a benchmark fit.
That one felt nice. That one felt pretty good. Thank you.
What do you have right now? Is it still?
It's like 2040, I think, something like that.
I was gonna unfollow you to drop you back below 2,000.
I have no, like, I don't know why. Like, I mean, like, listen, I just like I crafted that one up after a couple beers, and I just kind of was like, oh, this was good. The guy who gave it the big bump. I don't know how much you guys follow college football, but every day should be Saturday. EDSBS.
Sorry, I've never heard of that man in my life. Sorry to him.
He has like 200,000. His profile picture is like the buffalo wearing like a bolo tie and like cowboy.
Oh, I know
Black
who
and
you're
white
talking
picture.
about.
Bum
I know
Phillips,
who
I think
you're
it's
talking
the
about.
display
Yes.
name.
Yep.
He's a pretty good writer.
100%.
He does more like college football based stuff. But no, he gave that a retweet, and like a
Hey,
fifth
it's
of a
all about
million
it's all about
followers.
it's all about who sees it. The more people
Yeah.
see it, the better. You know.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's the
Get
game.
that engagement.
Gotta get
That's the
eyeballs
game,
on it.
Liam. That's the game, isn't it?
Helped out the podcast account too by proxy.
Yes.
Yeah, we're
There
gonna
was
get to
one guy who
1,000.
didn't like me shilling the podcast, but you know what? It's can't win them all.
We're making that.
They never
that
do.
push.
There's always one.
Yeah, I was shilling the podcast. Yes, I am shilling the podcast. Fucking listen. Follow my pod on Lance. Again, if you're listening to this, there's a pretty good chance you're already following, and we appreciate your support, though, as we continue with the baseball offseason. But no, as we record this right now, we're watching Guardians-Yankees Game 5. Winner goes on to lose to the Houston Astros in a matter of days. Top of the second right now, 2 outs.
Guardians
Nestor
might be
Cortez.
going out sad. I know it's only the second inning, but we
Dude,
might be on sad watch.
What a
14
dumb
pitches
way
to
to
get
go
5
out.
outs, right? This is
Would
awful.
would you rather go out like this or like the Mariners did?
I'd rather get my dick kicked in.
Yeah, me too.
I'd rather just know, like, this wasn't it. I don't want to have any what ifs.
I would
saying
always
that-
rather. I
An
mean, this is
18
5
inning.
games. This is 5 games, but in a 7-game series, I would always rather lose in 4 or 5 than 6 or 7.
Well, I mean, Houston last year for the Red Sox, we lost in 6, but I mean,
Which
from the
that felt
Xander
like
home run,
that felt like 4.
from the Xander home run in Game 4 onwards, I think
Yeah.
They scored
maybe
like
there were
what,
2 hits
3
from the
runs?
Red Sox the entire series, right? You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
That was the last time I felt anything.
Yeah. We don't need to-
I'm half serious when I say this. Did we have more runs from the Xander home run, like post Xander home run to the end of the series? Do we have more runs or grounded into double plays?
It got to be
Probably
double
close.
plays.
I think we only
I
scored
think-
like 3 runs the rest of the series.
I think Renfroe in Game 6 himself had 2. I think.
Hunter Renfroe
I think he
was.
had 2 double plays. So
Do you
That's why-
guys
that's
think
why
that
Heim
that
got rid of
thing, that thing where he like had his bags packed? Do you think that was real?
what is this? I didn't hear this.
Like
You hear about this? You hear about this? You hear this?
somebody was saying, I don't know. It was like it's like a rumor that people talk about, but it was like he had his bags packed before the wild card game. Like he was like,
Yeah,
we're
because
gonna
I
lose.
packed them for him and told him to get out.
Who?
It was
Renfroe
me
did?
the whole time.
Yeah,
I've never heard this story.
Nah, I actually haven't though.
I mean,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
blame him though. Like
Post-
you're going to DC,
post
you have to
Xander
win
home
all
run.
3.
post Xander home run, we scored 1 run.
Jesus Christ.
So
Man, that's tough.
One? I thought it was like at least
it was
3.
1. Yeah, and then
One.
and in the first 3 games combined, we scored 27.
45. I was gonna say.
Oh, fun fact: a year ago today was the Schwarber Grand Slam where they went up 2-1.
Oh God, that was a
I was at the Cask for that. I had a great night.
was that a Saturday? I think it was Friday or Saturday.
No, I think it was a weekday.
Maybe I have no idea what I'm talking about.
I don't know.
I feel like I didn't have anything the next day. Maybe that's why I thought it was a weekend. Anyways, no matter because
You know what we
Guardians.
don't talk enough about though from that
What do we got?
series. If we're gonna just quick reminisce, make ourselves
Yeah.
feel terrible. The Evaldi strikeout that never was, Laz Diaz.
Laz Diaz.
Oh, what game was that?
That was
5?
that was game 4.
That was Game 4 because they were.
Oh,
they,
I
they
was
had
there.
A chance.
Yeah,
I
and
was
then
there.
they
Go 3-1.
and then like after he didn't get the strike.
Oh,
call,
that's
like,
why I don't
Jason
really remember this.
Castro-
I don't really
Jason
remember this
Castro,
because
lined one.
yeah, right.
Jake,
I don't
it was
really
blood
remember
in the
this
streets.
because I was
Ugh.
I couldn't tell it was like that
Blood
bad of
in
a
the
call.
Twitter. I remember, and then the next fucking pitch, he shot up the middle, and then I think Liam.
And then Perez came in, and then
Well,
that's when
game 4
the-
also
the
was
human-
like Whitlock he came in to face Altuve in the 8th.
Oh,
Yeah,
and gave
I
up the
mean,
We
bomb.
were
that-
up
yeah,
by
gave
we were
that
up by
dude, yeah.
1, and first pitch he threw Altuve the one pitch that you can't throw Altuve, that high fastball.
That
Yeah,
he
it
could just
went away.
swing up at.
Yeah,
Yep, and he hit that to Jupiter.
Yeah.
The thing that fucking pissed me off during, after that, the follow, they gave up 15 runs or something like that after the missed third strike. It was keeping Martin Perez in there. I know you want to try to save your pitchers or something like that, but he was the equivalent of the human surrender flag, the white flag at that point. And then in the bottom half of the inning, the Red Sox got a little bit of a rally going. And I'm like, wow, this would be nice if it wasn't a 15-run deficit.
If it wasn't
right
7-1, yeah.
Right, yeah, maybe we'd be able to make this a ball game. Maybe we could get it to extra innings. I remember screaming into a pillow about that. I was like, why didn't we keep him in there? What is he doing?
You know what's kind of crazy? Jose Altuve has the second most postseason home runs ever.
Ever.
Who's first?
Manny. Right?
Yeah, Manny's got 29. Jose's got 23.
Well, they're in the
He might pass him.
Yeah, I bet he does. There's more playoff games now.
And he's still young enough, and they're going to be a good team for a while. Look, they're a wagon. They've been in the. This is what year number 6 in a row of them making the ALCS. Jeez,
yeah. Okay. Wait. I want your guys' opinion.
Springer's tied for 5th, and Correa's tied for 7th.
Because they play so many games.
Yeah. I saw a tweet. I want your guys' opinion, and it was somebody called these Astros a dynasty. What do we think about that?
Not a dynasty. It's a.
You can't be one with one ring, right?
No, you sure can.
You can't.
And
I'm trying to think of an equivalent.
Not
the Dodgers. I mean, I don't know.
Not for nothing. If they win this
the
year,
short season,
for what it's worth, I think it's Houston's ring to lose at this point. I think whoever wins this Yankees Guardians game here, I think Houston beats them. I'll say in 5 games.
Mercilessly.
5 games. Gentlemen sweep.
I think I agree. Yeah.
I think it's theirs to lose.
Especially with Nestor, would they start tomorrow?
Oh yeah.
No, yeah.
I looked at the schedule for the ALCS is insane.
Yeah, so then you don't have Nestor
2.
or Cole for games 1 or 2, right? Who are you throwing 1 and 2?
I mean, maybe you go Nestor or Cole in game 2.
Well, Nestor's pitching right now. He can't pitch game 2.
Well, okay, so maybe Cole.
How fucking funny was that? Cole showing up to Yankee Stadium yesterday and going, "Yeah, Boone, I can pitch." That's so cool, just lying like that, and nobody can check him on it.
No.
It's I would do that every single game if I was an MLB starter.
Get their arms at a restaurant. Oh, I'll get the check. Let me get my wallet.
Yeah,
no,
I would do that every single playoff game if I was an MLB starter. Coach, I'm good. I can go tonight, and they're not gonna. I mean, unless you go 17 innings or something, they're not gonna.
Right, they're not gonna.
You pitch the night before. Under no circumstances are you coming into the game. But I would. It's awesome that he said it to the press too. No, I can go.
I need you to know how cool I am.
No, guys, I can go.
Jake, don't hold your breath though about Nestor, because Nestor might have a Mega Maddox. He might be able to pitch a complete game in 50.
What's he got right
here.
now? Oh, this is
6, dude. It's crazy.
It's crazy. He's good.
Henches. That guy's name is putting me in a fucking headlock. Henches is already at 23 pitches.
Never heard of this man.
22. Yeah,
I don't know who this man is.
I never heard of Savali until today either. Or
never heard of Aaron Savali?
Oh, really?
No, I'm sorry.
Notable enough of a pitcher. He was not good this year.
I guess I'm an asshole. I don't know. Sorry.
Savali was awful this year.
Well, while we're on the Astros, who's the last dynasty? The Giants. Well, who the fuck am I? What an idiot.
You have to have multiple rings in a short period of time. I don't consider if they win this year, it'll obviously be well deserved, and it's a.
I think you gotta. I think dominance. 3 is when you can start having the conversation.
And 3 in 5 or 6 years. That's we're far enough removed from 2017 where I think the dynasty label would be removed.
If they win this year and then they also win next year, then maybe.
When you're playing Tony Hawk or another video game, you have to string together a combo.
Yeah,
you gotta have some combos in there if you're gonna have the dynasty multiplier there.
I don't think. I think the Red Sox. I think if they Well, those are also very, very different teams. Well, 04 and 07 were similar enough teams. If they had one more on either side of those, that would be a dynasty.
The Astros have done too many kick flips in a row. They got to throw in a McTwist every now and again.
I was looking at the 2017 Astros roster.
So good.
It is. That's. I think.
So good.
I think that's the most talented team in the last decade. Probably 09 Yankees are the only other, and the 18 Sox were pretty.
I was gonna say
no, but they weren't though. The Astros. If you look at the Astros, like 1 through 9. Oh, did Judge just? Oh gosh.
Oh man.
All right. Yeah, they're going outside.
Like Stanchera. Do you want to fire off the Stanchera tweet from the podcast?
Look at Tito just shoving his face. Come on,
yeah,
man.
Tito, you're an idiot. Why would you not start Bieber today? Listen, I love Tito to death, guys. You can't save your ace for the series that you don't go to. That you're not. He can't pitch now. You know.
I mean, he could pitch, but they're down
God,
four.
if he brings him in the third inning,
that'll rock. If he brings it, if he brings him in now.
Down 4-0. Fuck yourself.
Just look at the names on the 2017 Astros of guys that they don't have anymore.
Springer, Correa,
Ken
Cole.
Giles was great at the time. Keuchel, I mean, he's
was
dog water
the
now.
Cy Young in 15.
But yeah, Cy Young winner. Joe Musgrove, Charlie Morton.
Yeah, that team was
I
stacked.
remember Morton went like 5 innings in Game 7 to like.
Correa, he got Morton got the last out there. Correa, of course. Brian McCann.
Wait, what year did I say? Did I say the 17 or the 19 Astros?
You said 17.
You said 17.
Oh, I meant 19. 19 was a better team.
Yeah, 19 had Verlander, Greinke,
they were
and
winning
Cole.
Game 7s.
No, but 19 was the most stacked team I've ever seen in my life.
Good. the nasty team.
Alvarez had come up and was real. He wasn't there in 17.
He wasn't there in 17, no.
Yeah, that team was like 1 through 7 were all like really strong major league hitters. I think whoever was catching wasn't that good.
Which probably like Maldonado.
And then who was somebody?
Chirinos,
I was looking at it this morning, but their 8-hole was nobody I knew either.
Tony
really.
Kemp.
Oh, Jake Marisnick
Kemp-
played a majority of
Tony
games in
Kemp's
center
solid.
field for them.
Where was
Maybe
Springer
that's
in,
it.
right?
That's weird.
They had like 4 outfielders.
Okay, so it's like Springer, Marisnick, and Reddick. And then Brantley was there. So they must have just been...
and they had Brantley then. That team was loaded. It's so crazy the Nationals beat them. I mean, good, you know.
The Nationals were...
They were stacked too. That was a really good World Series.
And you know what? Maybe this transitions into the biggest gripe talking point that I have from the weekend.
Yeah, let's do it.
Baseball.
Let's do it now.
The fucking Nationals in 2019, I cannot emphasize this enough. By far the best team in baseball record-wise from like Memorial Day on. They started off, 19-31, and they were on fire the rest of the year. Best team in baseball. 2021 last year, the Braves, from the second half of the season to the championship, by far the best team in baseball. They were incredibly hot. Astros were consistently great throughout. You could probably say, during the course of the entire year, they were the best. But Atlanta and Washington during those 2 years were incredibly hot after slower starts to the year. All of that to say that these fucking babies online, your Keith Olbermans, your fucking losers left and right, wherever you have you, them saying that the playoff system is messed up because the 111 win Dodgers, the 101 win Braves, 101 win Mets
101,
too?
yeah, 101. Yeah.
Them being out of it while 2 teams with less than 90 wins are in the NLCS. I implore these people complaining about that to grow the fuck up, because this is how sports work. Them saying that this is a broken playoff system, it's bullshit. This is how playoffs work. If they were really that great of a team, they would have done better than losing 3 games.
They would have simply played better and won. That's how that works. Yeah.
I know it's a short series.
What was your tweet, Jake? You were like,
if I was the Dodgers, I would have considered playing better. You know, it's funny, but it's that simple. It's like the Padres shut you down, and your big guns didn't really show up, and that's why you lost. That's what
need to be rewarded with more or something. These teams with
for what
the Dodgers 111 wins, they got a bye. They got a chance to reset their rotation. What else do they need?
Like Mookie had. Well, I'd like to get into him. Maybe
Mookie's a postseason.
Mookie might. Yeah, he's a regular season merchant. I'm ready to maybe say. A very good one, might I add. One of the best ever. But he's not a playoff performer.
Speak ill of Marcus Lynn Betts, but
he's not a playoff performer, Fitz. I hate to say
pretend
it.
I do not see it.
Alex Verdugo topped Mookie's RBI total with the Red Sox in one game.
Alex Verdugo topped Mookie?
Okay. Grow up.
That's gonna be awesome on the level right there.
What am I talking? Oh, yeah, just I don't know. Yeah, Fitz, I agree with you 100%.
Why do we play the games is my point. Why the fuck play the games if everyone just wants to be chalk, the best team in the regular season because they were able to beat up on the Rockies and the Giants and the Diamondbacks? We should just give them the pennant now. Let them play the Astros in the World Series. La-di-da-di-da, like it's like 1932 and the two best teams from the regular season.
It's just 1 and 2. Yeah.
This is only slightly related to this, but I do... Well, no, I mean, it's kind of in the same vein. I do think we should probably trim the regular season by 8 games again and then do 7 games for the DS. I do.
See, everyone's like, oh, we need to trim the regular season. How many close races are decided towards the end of the year in recent?
There would still be the end of the year, though. The end of the year wouldn't cease to exist. It would just be 8 games earlier.
I understand that, but there's still so many races that could go either way. I mean, would the Nationals, even as hot as they were they in a position to make the playoffs like 8 days before the regular season ended in 2019?
Fitz, I gotta be frank, I don't know that off the top of my head.
I don't know either. I know it was.
Because they were so hot after the fact.
You know what?
I mean, they were obviously good enough to.
19 and 31 is such a bad start. No matter how hot you are after that, 19 and 31 is putrid when that's like a third of the season.
I mean, they still hosted the wild card game, so I imagine things weren't stressful during the last week.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Remember when Austin Hedges was supposed to be like the greatest catcher who ever lived? Do you guys remember that?
I remember Blake Swihart.
He was like a top 5 prospect in baseball, Austin Hedges. Then he got traded for... Do we know? Who was that? Guardians Padres trade? They were the Indians then.
Oh, was he
Clevenger?
part of the? Was he in the Clevenger trade?
Clevenger, can I just say, no disrespect at all, one of the most unattractive men I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
I don't think he ever showers.
He is not a handsome man. Also, his wind up and his whole demeanor on the mound repulses me. It's gross. I can't. It's he never stops moving. He just shakes around. It's gross. Gross.
You can't balk if you never ever get set.
Honestly, what would they even consider a balk for him? Like, he doesn't stop moving at any point. He's got to be drenched in sweat when he comes out of games, right? I mean, there's no rest for him on the mound.
That's just maybe how he gets himself typed up, although he was not great. He had his moments here and there that were good. He also had his moments that were really fucking bad this past season. But all that to say, for the, say what you want to put trimming the regular season or something like that, but one way or the other, even if it's a 5-game short series, the Braves and the Dodgers losing 3-1, like, you got fucking washed, man. You got washed. And that's sports. That's playoffs. Upsets are interesting. Upsets are fun. It's good for the sport as a whole. Must suck to be a Braves or a Dodgers fan right now, having to go through that. But you know what? You guys won the last 2 World Series titles, so it's not all fucking bad. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world for you guys.
Where do you guys lie? I think I know where we all lie, but the Dodgers, that really was a Mickey Mouse championship, huh?
It's funny to say it's a Mickey
100%.
Mouse championship. It doesn't. I still give it. Everyone had to deal with that. You know what I mean? We'd be saying it's Mickey Mouse for anyone.
I would, because I would be saying it for anybody because it was.
If everyone has to deal with it, if everyone's on the same plane, I don't.
But that doesn't make it not fake, though. That just means whoever would have won it, it was fake for that season.
Unless it was the Red Sox. I will accept the results of this election.
It wasn't a real. It wasn't a real. It was 60 games. 60 games. What's that?
I mean, the Astros were under 500, and they were in the ALCS again that year. They were 29 and 30.
They were under 500.
If anything, one game I think it was. I think
that's so fake. 29-31. Fitz, you mean to tell me that's not fake?
That might be more Mickey Mouse. That's ridiculous. Because
Fitz, they played at Globe Life Field. That's not even a real place. That's where they won their ring.
Do you guys remember that?
Globe Life Field is a social experiment put on by Harvard University.
Did you guys know the Do you remember the Astros came back down 3-0 and nobody talks about it anymore?
Because they didn't do it.
Against the Nats in the World Series?
No, against the Rays
in the ALCS.
They were down 3-0, came back, but then they lost Game 7. But nobody talks about it because nobody.
Oh yeah, the Astros were up 3-1, or the Nats were up. I'm having a stroke in the 2019 World Series.
3-0.
No, I know. I'm going a year back. Wasn't that a comeback too?
The Nationals
no home team won a game in that series.
Yeah, every team on the road won.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking. Wow, that's embarrassing, huh?
Donnie saw a Nationals loss.
Do you remember that? He went there.
Remember Donnie at the World Series last year doing the chop?
No,
yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
He was completely off rhythm, and his arm was cycling. He wasn't doing. I mean, it's a bullshit chop. Don't fucking do it. But instead of doing the up down.
Did you almost just do it on camera, Fitz? That could have been.
Is that fucking blackface,
Is that fucking blackface, dude? Is that the fucking chop, dude?
I'm an actual forest demon from across the bridge.
Speaking of the chop, very quick. One of my favorite things on Mets Twitter is when
Mets the chop.
No, is when kind of. It's when if DeGrom has a shit game against the Braves or something, they'll be like DeGrom's doing the chop. It always makes me laugh.
Mets Twitter is funny. I appreciate Mets Twitter. Someone got banged up there in the Yankees. Who's that?
Yeah, who's that? Hicks?
Yeah.
Yeah. What else? Yeah.
All I have to say is, if you're fucking crying about the postseason setup, grow up, because that's how sports work. It's not always going to be the favorite of your time.
I was trying to think of a great Sox team cut down in the DS. 16's the closest thing I got.
In the DS?
Yeah.
I mean, they were pretty good in 05, but they just got washed by Chicago.
Yeah, but not a single soul cared that year, so it's hard to...
09, they were good. They got washed by the Angels. By the Angels. That was a horrible series. I remember that. In the DS.
16 was the best team, I think.
I mean, 16 was really good.
16 stands out the most.
Cleveland was really good, too. It's just, that's
sports. They went to the World Series.
Remember, back in the 1900s, it was the World 'S series.
I have a question for you two.
I have a potential answer.
I was talking to my friends about a couple of my friends are Yankees fans. Don't. Sorry, but I was talking to them about their hatred for the Astros, from sign stealing and shit. Mm-hmm. They never shut up.
They're not over about the 2017 MVP.
Do you guys personally? Did you care about the sign stealing?
No.
Yeah, to an extent.
I didn't give.
Guys, say no.
I don't care if this makes me a bad fan or a bad baseball fan. I can't even express how little I cared about it.
I don't think I care as much anymore now. At the time, it was kind of damn, this is a whole fucking operation. And it was funny to get the jokes off, of course, at the time. And, you think about, the integrity of it. Maybe being a bit spoiled, but then you take a step back and say, okay, you know what? Most, if not all, teams are probably doing this anyways. The Astros were just dumb enough to get caught. Now, as I look back, it's I don't care as much just because other fucking things have happened. Maybe a pandemic makes you softer. And
I was gonna say COVID-19.
That certainly helped.
There were bigger fish to fry, perhaps. And then post sign stealing scandal, they're still a fucking wagon. What are you gonna say if they win the World Series this year? What are you gonna say? Right? You can't call that
I know. Some of my Yankees fans were like, "Oh, I'll never get over the 17 ALCS." They knew what was coming.
In hindsight,
they beat the Red Sox that year. They beat them in the ALDS. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Whatever. Grow up. It's
not for nothing. Red Sox and Yankees fans complaining about cheating when they both had multiple players just fucking roided up to the Dickens.
To the gills. I like saying to the gills.
To the gills, right?
To the gills is a good one.
That was every team. It is what it is, right? That's
everybody's
baseball
doing
at the time, right?
You can't tell me who's doing it. We know people are doing it. You can't tell me who's not doing it. So
everybody's doing it. It's just cool to do. It's cool to do it.
Hey, kid,
and also,
That's what all the cool kids are doing.
I'm a Red Sox fan, and the Red Sox got hit with like the sign stealing shit with Cora and stuff. And it's
I
just
hardly
like,
remember that now. Like just a
yeah, so it's hard for me to go out there and be like,
I don't completely different.
I don't care about the Astros because it's like, yeah, of course you don't. You're a Red Sox fan.
I think the Astros thing bothers me a bit more.
Well, I mean, we had to deal with Ron Renicky as our manager. That's
we did. I think that was enough penance, you know.
And then he shows up at Game 6 last year. That's why we lost.
He was there.
Yeah, he was in Houston for Game 6.
Hunter Renfroe, I owe you an apology. I didn't know
there were bad vibes.
Ron Renicky, all-time fall guy. Like, just it was such a so goofy to just let him sit there and take a fucking beating for a year.
John Henry must have given him the Bagoli under the table to be like.
I hope so. I genuinely hope so.
That was not a spear like Mip.
Ron Renicky,
not an appealing gig for my guy Ron.
I think I cared about.
What's he up to these days?
Renegade Ron. He's probably like a specialist, like assistant.
He's dead, unfortunately.
Again, fell on a spear.
The 2020
Ron Renicky shot dead in Houston
after Game 6. The 2020 Red Sox killed him, unfortunately.
Snoop Dogg admits that only one person has ever outsmoked.
You know how we always do the thing. The other week we were making fun of guys that do like a spray chart overlaid at Fenway for every player that's ever played baseball. In a similar kind of thing, and this isn't just Red Sox fans. Everybody does this, but it's so funny that when the playoffs come and you see like talented players on other rosters, people are always like, "Damn, Shane Bieber would look good in a Red Sox jersey." It's like, sure, yeah. I mean, I guess, you know, or like, I'm trying to. I don't know. I just saw
Ohtani would be great at Fenway. Yes,
yeah. I saw a couple tweets when he pitched in the wild card series and then in the other game in the DS, and it's like, yeah, I guess he would, but I mean,
unfortunately, all the Red Sox, all the good players are not going to be Red Sox players. They're going to mix it up across the league. That's how
Ohtani. Millisecond answer: where's Ohtani going to get traded to? Either this offseason or the deadline. Go.
Mets.
I also
Boston,
think Mets.
Massachusetts. No, but it would make sense for the Mets because they have the horses.
Okay, that's great.
I mean, Uncle Steve would shell out the bag.
Well, he does. There's no bag. You know, it's.
I mean, that's the first one that comes to mind. I feel like I feel like Mets is also the easiest answer because people have already been talking about it. I'm gonna say.
I think it makes sense though.
Stupid. Like
it makes
Texas.
sense though. They as far as they just had the most depressing, bummer of an ending, and they're half the team is. I don't know. It just feels like a good. They have the prospects to do it as well.
Yeah, I mean Alvarez you'd have to figure. Although they've got Liam, I feel like you'd know this. Maybe you do, Jake. Who's the catching prospect that the Angels have there? Fuck. It's like
I don't know.
Connor O'Happy or something like that.
The Angels have a prospect?
It's news to me.
One.
When's the last time that happened?
Is it Joe? Did they move Joe Adell to catcher?
Yeah, right. No, I don't even think he's a Logan O'Hoppe. That's what it is. What a name, by the way,
Mr.
Logan
Frog.
O'Hoppe.
Oh, hey, the Guardians scored a run, guys. This game's not over.
Okay, a little 2-out rally.
Watch this a little Josh Naylor home run, and we got a tie ball game right here. So watch out.
Good run production there from J Ram.
He's Devers fully realized, right? If Devers became the man.
Then J Ram has the wheels too. I mean, Devers would never steal 20 points.
Yeah, J Ram is so athletic for a guy that looks like he's pudgy.
He's so stout.
He looks like Prop Joe from The Wire.
Yeah, he does. It's crazy that dude steals 20 bags a year, easy.
Give me also a Gold Glove and a proposition might fall upon your ear.
You think Rafael Devers could ever win a Gold Glove, guys?
I mean, I guess I could technically win $1 billion in the lottery.
Well, who's okay? Who are third basemen?
That was harsh. That was harsh.
That was
Devers. I apologize to Devers. He actually made some great strides defensively.
I don't
see him winning a Gold Glove, and he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to.
No, actually, he has to. Who are the third basemen in the AL right now? Josh Donaldson. Don't care about him.
Bregman.
Yeah. You know what I was thinking today?
Matt Chapman.
What happened to Bregman? You don't hear about him anymore. Like
he just doesn't have as much. He's still a solid player. He just his power production. I mean, he was a juice ball merchant in terms of the power.
2019, he was. He
had like 40 home runs in 2019.
He doesn't have the juice. He doesn't have the juice anymore.
Did he have 20 this year? I mean, I would imagine he had 20. Let's check. Alex.
He was also hurt last year, which I think is why we're down on him. He only played like 90
he's still a
games
solid player. It's just his power isn't there as much anymore. It is what it is, you know. He was
Jose
never like a
Ramirez stole
physically
34
good Jewish boy, making the Jews proud.
Bregman.
Yeah, I think there's only like 3 Jews. In the
Okay, so he had 23 homers this year, 93 runs, 93 ribbies, 366 on base, 133 OPS plus. So that's actually pretty good.
This year?
This year. In 548 ABs.
All right.
259 batting average.
Good for him.
1 singular steal. 820 OPS. Yeah, not bad. Again,
820 will work. I'll take that.
I mean, yeah, right. You know, he's a solid player, but you know, 20-ish home runs. That's about what you should expect from him now, as opposed to 31 in 18 and then 41 in 19.
41. Wow.
41.
What's the most you think Devers could hit in a year? 45.
I was 45.
Yeah, I was gonna set.
I bet he could hit 45. He could have done it. He didn't have power in August and September this year. He had none. And
I think he was hurt.
He was hurt. That's what I'm saying. His power got zapped. But
some doubles turn into home runs. You know what I mean? You know, just by
what
luck,
did he hit this year? 27.
Yeah, he didn't even get 30. Didn't he hit like 39 a couple years ago? Is that right?
I mean, 2019 he was also a monster.
I think that's what I think he hit 39.
I feel like he's led the league in like total bases since 2019. I think.
Guys, if they don't extend him, guys.
I've said it before.
Nope.
If you don't at least, like, obviously I want them to extend Devers, Bogarts too rather, but at the very least, if you don't lock down that third baseman for the future, Devers, what was the Mookie trade for?
Yeah, like what are we doing here? What's the end game here?
Reset that. If you were going to give that money elsewhere, and you don't lock down the other, you know, great pieces of that 2018 run that are still being productive, if you don't lock that in, what was trading the 5-star MVP outfielder for? What was it about? What was it for?
It's because he can't perform in the playoffs, Fitz. That's what it was for.
I'll have you know he hit a home run in that clinching game. I'll have you know.
He did, right?
That's the only, like, Mookie moment I remember.
Whoa, Liam, back it up.
That's the only Mookie moment I need in the postseason.
Back up, Liam. That was loud as hell. You got way too close there. Liam, actually, don't speak anymore. On second thought, just call it. Just
Jake,
I'm gonna cut my mic over here.
You've peaked the spikes like twice today. You've had like
Liam's way louder than me today. I think Liam's mic is jacked today.
That is so Cap Jr. That is
so Cap Jr.
If I go into the waves tomorrow, I'm going to see poor Liam.
Oh, who we got now? We got a new
Trevor Stefan. New York's hottest pitcher is Trevor Stefan.
Okay, you also never heard of this guy?
No.
Okay, I've never heard of like anybody in. I know it's good, but they're not names. Cleveland's pen.
Why would I be keeping tabs on who's in the
I didn't know Stefan though. I mean, it's great SNL bit, but I don't know his pitching game. God damn it, fucking Stanton.
What? Did he hit a home run?
No, I'm just saying from earlier. I should have clarified there. My bad. I should have clarified that. Jake and I screen, like, even over the stream, like, we're basically, like, synchronized right now. I'm like,
yeah, I'll tell you what.
1/8 of a second.
Second pitch, just
swing the pop up, 85. Yeah.
Yeah, we're right on there.
Tell me when he catches it. I'll say now. But that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
You guys are ahead of me.
Yeah. Fuck you.
And we're gonna be spoiling.
What else do we want to talk about today? Oh, the Trump video.
Okay. Well, okay. There were some Padres things I wanted to go in, like the NLCS in general. But you know what? Trump blank space video. Let's just get that out of the way right now. For those who haven't seen,
it's a bit surreal.
It's super.
Every time I watch it, it's like a liminal space. It's like one of those things. It's like,
for those who haven't seen it, back in late 2014, Melania Trump posted a video of Don.
Why is she in the back?
Great question.
How old is Barron in 2014?
How old is Barron now? Just do the math, I guess.
Isn't he tall as hell?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Barron was 8.
And he's in the front seat?
Yeah.
When did you start riding in the front seat, guy? Let's
not 8, 10 maybe, 11.
Yeah, I was gonna say
like
9 or 10.
I was gonna say like 10 or 11, right around that time. Yeah.
Oh well. Anyway, the video is from Melania's Facebook in 2014. She's in the back seat and she's filming Trump driving down. It looks like the West Side Highway. I think. I'm not sure.
Caption is fun night with my 2 boys, DJT and BWT with a heart emoji.
Let's guess what Barron's middle name is because I don't know.
BWT.
William. That's a good guess.
First one
Walter.
Woody.
I don't think it's that.
Woody's Roundup.
All right. It's William. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
that's boring. You can't. There's no content there.
Baron Billy. Baron Billy. That's what they call him.
I fucking dunked on you then, Liam. Like I
BBT.
Venom Duncan.
But anyway, the video and Blank Space is playing. Trump's a Swiftie. We've learned it's just a kind of a crazy video. It feels.
I wish like. Maybe it makes it better that no one says anything, but like if there's
it's way better that nobody says anything.
Funny.
The silent car ride.
At one point, Barron kind of looks over and like he's probably just like looking at something out of the window. But it is funny to imagine like he asks Donnie something and Donnie's just laser focused on the road. But by the first thing that came to my mind is Donald Trump knows how to drive a car.
Are you saying that as like a funny like he can't drive, or like why would he ever have driven in his life?
Like 60% serious when I say I don't think. Why would Donald Trump, the guy who's been rich forever, why would he ever need to drive?
It's a great question.
Right? I just can't imagine. The only time I've seen Trump coming
in the truck. Are you in the truck?
Yeah. You knew it.
Yeah.
Him leaning, the way he holds. I know it's a bigger steering.
White guys drive like this. Black guys drive. The great Simpsons bit.
The Simpsons, yeah, it's true. Wheels for like steering wheels for 18-wheelers are bigger, but the way Donnie's holding that wheel, and obviously this is an audio podcast, so you can't tell, but you have to believe me when I say Donnie Trump is not holding that steering wheel the right way, but he's having it at the time of his life, if you remember that picture.
Wouldn't it be funny if in the Blank Space video he was driving like that?
Screaming, crying, perfect storm, folks.
That's good. That's good.
You
guys Swifties? You guys Swifties?
Of course.
No, Fitz?
I mean, at risk of being canceled, I don't dislike her. I'm not
I have
crazy.
I have a cancelable Taylor Swift take.
Ooh,
she has her moments with
Taylor's version. Every Taylor's version is worse than the original. Every single one, without exception.
All Too Well, dude.
Absolutely, the old one has 1,000 times more energy.
I might have to go back and listen. And
no, it's Liam. My God, I mean, come on. The only cool thing about the Taylor's version tracks is the the new songs that came out. Yeah, like Nothing New is a great song, or that one. There was a good one on Fearless.
Mr. Perfectly
Mr. Perfectly Fine. Yeah, like those are. I like that we're getting those. From
so she has her song. She has her. I like. There are songs of her I'm not as crazy about. Like Me Sucked. Like that was not a good song. But she also has Red's a great album. Red's objectively fantastic album.
My hottest Taylor Swift take. Excuse me.
You're gonna say Reputation is her best album?
No, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit, though. I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Well, that's how hot the take is.
Speak Now, favorite album.
Speak Now is a very good album.
Speak Now, banger after banger on that album.
It's true.
Let me be clear.
Hydrated Obama be like, let me be clear. No, Speak Now is the title track is great for Speak Now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dear John is, I think, my favorite song of hers.
Dear John's very good. I think Red's my favorite of hers, though. I mean,
I forget why we're talking about Taylor's. Oh, the Trump video, right? we just talking about Taylor? She's going on a big tour. They're saying rumors. The rumors they're saying that.
Yeah, like November, they're on sale, something like that.
Yeah, I hate going to arena stadium. Here's another take. Fuck arena. Or stadium tours. They stink.
Why? I think they're fine.
I don't think I've ever seen a concert.
I'd rather go to an arena or a concert venue, Fitz. I would
totally.
You disagree, Fitz?
Totally depends on the show.
No, but it's like Upper Deck at a stadium tour. Why are you even there? That's like not even.
Have you done it for Coldplay?
I thought you had
awesome
good seats
shows.
for Coldplay.
I've seen Coldplay 4 times. 3 times I've been nosebleeds. 1 at the Garden, 2 at Gillette nosebleeds, and then this past summer we went to MetLife and it was floor.
The Garden. Well, okay, so Gillette, you did it twice, but
yeah,
you're so far away at that point.
Coldplay also helps because they give you the bands that light up and go all over the place, which, by the way, Taylor Swift completely stole Coldplay's flow word for word, bar for bar there. Coldplay was the innovators of that. The Xylo band.
The Bruins actually gave those out in the Stanley Cup Finals a couple years ago as well.
Yeah, Coldplay was doing this in 2012, baby. This is year. Yeah, right? They don't know about Coldplay, Liam. They don't know about Chris and the boys, clearly. But the point is, like, they give you those, so, like, you get the bird's eye view of, like, 60,000 of those things, like, synchronizing and blinking, and it's awesome. It looks fantastic. And then, I'm enough of a fan where I could be anywhere in the stadium and I'd have a fun time. But I do agree that some concerts would be better in, a music hall or something like that. I'm trying to think, like Bruce, I didn't see this tour, but Bruce did like the whole like on Broadway thing, and it was kind of like, him just kind of doing acoustic songs about living by the tracks in Jersey, like something like that. I was like, called like Bruce on Broadway, I think it was. Those were more like intimate theaters with a couple thousand seats.
That title, can I just say, cool. Bruce on Broadway. That's great.
Young Jersey boy. Fair. Also, you want to talk about Twitter, and you want to talk about
pot on the Jersey Turnpike.
Pot on East Street.
One of my all-time favorite tweets, and this relates, nice. I promise. Top 5 Bruce Springsteen songs on Twitter. One of the all-time tweets. I'm stalling to try to find it up.
All right. Well, while you're doing that, you guys ever, you know what's crazy when you fart and it doesn't smell for you? You guys ever think about like the evolutionary process behind that? Like how your own farts don't really smell for you, but they do for other people.
Top 5 Bruce Springsteen songs.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. We could drop that. Well, because I just farted and it smells for me, so I was thinking that must be really bad. That one.
Throwing up in your mouth, farting.
Am I dying? I don't. I'm like King Viserys over here.
Well, they say you shit yourself when you die, right?
Well, they don't say that. You do that. That's how the body works.
Oh, I've never died before.
So you do that.
That was a good one.
Nice. And this has been Pot on Lansdowne.
Pot on the toilet. Top 5 Bruce Springsteen songs. 1.
There's no. Can I wait? Please, I'm sorry. There's no way this tweet's gonna be as funny as it should be with how long we've been building up to it now.
No, 100% not. Yeah. I love it though, but I'm still gonna read it. You know what? You've made it this far. You're gonna hear the tweet. Number 1, bustin' unions ain't no good. 2, thinking about motorcycles. 3, meet me downtown. Parentheses. Reagan stole my pension.
All right, that one's good.
4, Susie's in all denim again. 5, Foreman won't let me play saxophone on the factory floor. I think about that tweet once a week, and anytime I think about it, for the most part, I'll give it a retweet. It's fantastic. And yes, of course, Jake did not think it was as funny. Now that we took 5 minutes to get to it, talking about poo and dying.
Fitz, let me be clear. I think it was funny. I think it could have been better.
I disagree. I thought it was no notes. No notes for me.
No notes for you. All right.
Who's winning the NLCS?
Yeah,
Phillies
yeah.
Or Padres.
Who do I got winning it? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Phillies.
Padres.
Who's got home field?
I think the Phillies might be God's team.
Which is horrible because Philadelphia is a godforsaken city. So
it is.
That playoff atmosphere is pretty.
Dude, that's like
special.
Nothing I've ever seen. That Rhys Hoskins bomb that had to shake the earth.
I'll give them that and nothing else because Philadelphia does not deserve anything else.
It made me feel bad though, because like the real like first time, not bad, but it made me feel old that like it's their first time they've been there since 2011.
Doc, yeah,
and like some of like my most vivid early like watching baseball memories is being like, oh, these Phillies teams are so good year after year.
Chase, Jimmy Rollins.
I was like, wow, they really haven't been there in 10 years. Hasn't felt like that.
11 years, King.
Yeah, well, even worse.
Even worse. Well, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I've said it about Doc.
I'm an old man.
What's cool? A very cool thing about the Phillies was from 08 to 11, they got in 08 they won the World Series. In 09 they lost the World Series. 10 they lost in the ALCS, and 11 they lost in the LDS or NL. For both, and then 12 they didn't make the playoffs. Like it got a little worse every time.
Just a little bit, yeah.
As the team got better, their performance got worse in the postseason.
I've said it about Doc. I may have said it on here before, but I'll say it again.
God rest his soul.
May he rest in peace. Yes. From the period after like Pedro and Randy's dominance, and you could throw probably Maddox in there too, to the period before like Scherzer, Verlander,
he was the guy.
Kershaw really started to take off. He was the best pitcher of that era. Call it like 04, 05 to 2010.
2010, yeah.
2010, because I think Kershaw's first Cy Young
was he
11.
like the only good? Was he like the only great pitcher of the aughts? Like iconic, great.
Like from that time frame? No, I mean you had Johan Santana, Cliff Lee had.
Santana's not even. No, but those two aren't even close to him. That's what I'm saying. Like
no, that's what. Yeah,
like I agree he's the best. I agree he's the best from that era, but he might be so clear of number 2 from that era is what I'm saying. Like Santana and Lee, their peaks were pretty.
I mean, Santana's peak was incredible.
I know, but it was short. Halliday had like almost 2 decades of being the guy.
I don't know if it was 2 decades, but it was.
Did he pitch for like 17 years?
No, it was like.
I want to say it was like maybe 15.
In terms of him being like really, really good, I don't think it was 2 decades. He may have pitched like 2 decades in general.
I mean, his buddy, Chris Carpenter. I wouldn't necessarily lump him in with Roy, but like another.
I wouldn't do that with Lincecum either, but he won 2 straight Cy Youngs. I mean, Lincecum was a great pitcher during that time.
Okay, you know? from
Felix.
Felix is a good one.
You know,
from 2001 to 2011, he was consistently great. So that was a decade.
Yeah. 2 decades, like we're talking like, you know, like
well,
top 5.
He played for 15 years. I knew that.
Yeah. Who else was some great pitchers during that?
The aughts was not the no, but that is like what I'm saying. Like the aughts were a dark time for pitching.
I didn't mean Brad Penny, but
09 Red Sox legend Brad Penny.
Jeff Suppan. 04
like
Red Sox legend.
Schilling.
I guess.
Early 2000s, I suppose.
Yeah, because I mean,
he was so clutch, man. Like that in 01, like that was. And obviously,
best pitchers of the
2000s.
Would we toss Beckett in there?
No, like good, and like especially
he's in the very good tier. I don't put him in like the ace tier. Like
because
Brandon Webb.
Ooh,
Peavy too.
Yeah, but that's I guess that's my point.
Short peaks though.
Between 2000 and 2010, you had guys at the tail end of their career that were great, like the Pedros and the Schillings and the Johnsons, and then you had Halliday, who was the guy for that decade.
There's probably a guy we're forgetting, and people are screaming at us.
Yeah, there's got to be. Like who are we missing?
I'm looking at a list right now.
It's like if we were.
I mean, Johnson. To be fair to Randy Johnson and Curt Schilling, they did both pitch almost the entirety of the 2000s.
Well, I'm saying I'm saying from like basically
Randy Johnson on the Yankees was so gross. It was just
Randy Johnson won those 4 straight Cy Youngs from 01 to 04, or like 2000 to 2003, something like that.
Wait, the Guardians didn't review that play just now where he was out or safe?
Oh, you got to save it for later, Jake. Clearly, when you're down
4-1. Tito's on kind of a managerial cold streak, some might say.
The press conferences have been great.
Last 48 hours or so.
I mean, he's been good enough to. I mean, no one was giving this team a chance at even a wild card spot at the start.
No, but I just mean like last game, the challenges were terrible. There was just
no Bieber.
The play just now, he was safe by like 5 inches, and they didn't even challenge it.
I won't slander Tito though. This would be like if we were.
We tossing Mike Messina into the aughts. I think of him as like late 90s.
Oh yeah, wow, that's great.
But
again, like very good, and I think Messina. I'm a bigger Hall guy. I like to give people their flowers. I think I'm cool with Messina being in the Hall of Fame. But there was never a time where I was like, oh shit, like Mike Messina is like the guy, like a top 5 guy. Like, oh my goodness gracious, it never was that, and that's okay. Nice pitch there on 2-2.
What do we think of like Pettit?
Same deal. Like
same thing. Very good.
Fake.
Pretty solid player. Messina was better, but
steroids.
Roy Oswalt, good pitcher, very good pitcher. Hamels.
Yeah.
Hamels was a big game pitcher. He won that World Series MVP, but like he never I don't know.
Big Game James. Don't forget Big Game James.
He can't be bad in a big
Winner,
game.
winner of
never showed up.
Winner
in big
of
games.
literally 0 big games, for some reason.
There was no way that he would have been traded for a superstar middle infielder. There's no way.
And surely that superstar will be playing tonight while his team plays in the NLCS. Surely.
A generational talent.
Kings keep talking. I'm getting a call from Missy Mopena.
Oh, hope everything's all right on the homestead.
Quick, get her on speaker.
Well, he muted himself. Well, Liam, how are you, my friend?
I'm good. How are you? I'm good.
Good.
I'm
well.
Doing well.
I'm stressed out. I got a lot of schooling.
How many classes are you taking?
4.
Still a lot.
Yeah, plus an internship, you know.
That's a lot to juggle.
Plus this podcast, buddy.
Kudos to you, man. Your plate is full.
My plate is full. Yeah. Yeah. You cop any Johns lately?
No, I haven't. I've been frugal since the move in. Haven't really bought anything.
But here's the boy.
I do love that one.
For the listeners, we have this 1990s Major League Baseball Red Sox Catch the Fever hat, which I had coveted for a long time. I finally found one on eBay last week.
If you've ever seen Tupac with the Rockies,
yeah, Tupac had
the
the Rockies shirt on,
the infamous Rockies shirt. But no, I was like sifting through eBay like last week, put a bunch of stuff on my watch list, but
nothing I'm
pulling the trigger on just yet. But yeah.
Well, that's great. Oh,
yeah.
And Fitz is back. Hello, Fitz.
She's breaking up with me, fellas. That's
oh no!
Oh no! All good.
Oh, are you not going to tell us what it was about?
No, I'm not going to tell you what it was about.
I'm pins. Was it about the pictures tomorrow?
No, she just wanted to chat. She was just saying hi. And I was
well, tell her you're busy.
Well, she was like, "Oh, look, this happened." That I'm like, "That's great." And, I was trying to be nice, and then after a little bit, I was like, "Hey, all
right, I gotta go. We're on the
I'm on the podcast today." She's like, "You should have just told me from the start." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I wasn't gonna do that."
You feel bad.
I mean, what if you were being attacked by a pack of crocodiles and I had to come save you, right? And I ignored you because we were talking about Roy Oswald. You know what I mean? Like, with all due respect to Mr. Oswald, but
of course.
What were you guys on about?
Oh, we were just talking about Johns.
We were just talking about Johns.
Yeah.
Johns. I saw the Catch the Fever hat out of the corner of my eye.
Yeah,
that's a great hat.
My fresh pickup. I finally, the NFL store finally restocked Red Patriots jerseys today.
Yeah, you got Judon?
Did you?
I jumped right on it. It'll be a Christmas gift. I'll give it to my parents. They'll give it to me. but that's what I do because I'm so so picky, and my mom and dad for literally the last probably 12 years of my life have been like, Jake, like we'd rather you just pick out your shit so that we don't spend money on shit you'll never wear or like never. And they still usually surprise me with like 1 or 2 things, because that's like Christmas.
I'm the same exact way.
I like the surprise because it's the thought that counts. Like I am a bit particular. Like, hey, like if you were going to get this, I would like it like that way. But I also like the element. Like, hey, I saw this and I thought of you, and I'm like, oh, well,
yeah.
They I'm know very sentimental like that.
They know with clothing to like never surprise me with that.
That's fair.
Because
I'm very particular about clothes. Like,
yeah,
the
me
way
too.
They fit, the material.
Yeah.
Very tactile.
Yeah, if it's like a jersey that I want or something like that, like if someone like would like, it'd be a real shame if I got.
Well, another problem with my interests is so much of the clothing I buy is like a vintage listing on something, so I can't be like I
don't know what the sizing is.
Yeah, like I have to just buy it and then give it to my mom. Yeah. Like I can't like wait around on it or anything. So
a lot of the times
that's Christmas at the Wallingers.
For a lot of the time though, it's like I'd rather like, hey,
you want to come?
I'd rather like do this.
Sure.
We doing it?
Stop by.
My mom, I'll have you know, makes.
What's your mother's name?
My mom's name is Erin.
Okay, that's not really a mom name. Interesting name for a mom.
What about yours, Jake?
Debbie, the most classic mom name you could have.
Yeah, mine's Lori.
Lori.
Mm-hmm.
Every mom, I swear to God, 50% of moms are named Debbie.
How about dad's?
AJ. Well, Arthur. AJ.
Artie.
Yeah.
Artie.
Terrence over here.
My dad's is
Terrence?
Yeah.
Wow. Terrence Fennessy? That's fucking crazy.
Terrence and Philip.
That bangs. Wait, Fitz, what's your dad?
Well, Liam, at first I thought you said yours was Artie.
No. I was just talking about.
I know Jake's was Artie, but I thought it was just a coinkydink. Well, coincidence here. My dad's name is William. Right? Yeah, just like Baron's middle name.
I was waiting for that. I was like, what's the coincidence about that? None of us have said that.
Fair enough. No, Big Billy Fitz.
It all comes full circle.
Big Billy Fitz, folks.
Billy Fitz, that's good.
Yeah. Billy Fitz went to Fenway for 20 years.
That's a guy. That's somebody in The Departed. Billy Fitz.
Yeah. Well, there's literally.
Well, there is a Fitzy in The Departed, right? Yeah.
Wait,
which one's Fitzy?
The Irish guy who doesn't put the
the one whose voice is like that.
No, the Irish guy. Like, I didn't know that. So doesn't get saved by a guy for John Hancock getting a blowjob.
Wait, is Fitzy the? I'm not gonna be home for supper.
Yeah. I'm not gonna be. Yeah, that's him. I think that's Fitzy.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. There's Fitzy. There's Mr. French. And then there's the guy that he gets shot and dies, and it's Boggs, the gay guy from Shawshank, but I don't know his name in the movie. You know the one that gets shot, and he's like, "Why didn't I tell nobody?"
Yeah, that's right. He pulls over.
Billy.
He pulls Billy over, and
that's Boggs. That's Boggs from Shawshank. You know, James Gandolfini was supposed to play Boggs in Shawshank, but he couldn't do it.
Jake, really?
Movie fun facts with Jake.
I did not know that.
Why is that, Liam? I don't have that answer for you.
It was Patrick Fitzgibbons is Fitzy in the Wild. That's the
Fitzgibbons.
Name. Fitzgibbons.
I don't think I like that.
I don't like that either. I'm out on that Fitzgibbons.
No,
it's too much going on there.
I'm not a Fitzgibbons. So.
Neither am I, actually.
You don't say.
Yeah. Liam, are you a Fitzgibbons?
No, not me.
Okay, great.
3 on the pod.
Never could be.
I gotta say,
would never dare.
I gotta say, before I'd be remiss if I didn't bring this up on the podcast. Going back to the Padres, I'd be completely remiss if I didn't bring up the Padres rap today. Not the San Diego Love one.
Oh my
God. The other one.
What were they saying?
Yeah, what's that about?
That's
like, what was the?
Like, what's the hook?
I'll splice it in here. Okay, I'll make note of it in the podcast. Give me a second.
What are they saying? Like, that's what it is, or? I've only watched it once. It's the only I could only watch it once.
Rap. And I'm trying.
You guys know what I've noticed?
Have you noticed?
No, I don't. Go ahead.
I'm trying to find the Padres.
From my apartment, like, the Red Sox must churn through Fenway Park tours.
Oh yeah, in the off season.
It's a big.
But, like,
that's a big
even in
Boston
season, like,
tourist thing.
That's like there's always people walking by.
You guys ever go on one?
I have.
I went on one. Yeah.
Pretty interesting.
Back in the day. Back in ninth grade. What's this, Fitz? What's going on?
Really going down to yellow and brown. That's what's in.
That's what's it.
That's what's it.
Buckets on the loose. Let's go, goose. That's what's in.
The lyrical stylings.
A man is gonna cruise. That's what's in. Give Philly no slack and send them back. That's what's in.
Manny's gonna cruise.
What's what? How did they get on television? Where's that clip from?
Right? Yeah, where are they
local news?
You know, yeah, I think it was local news. You know, I was thinking today about the Padres. If they win the World Series, Tatis can't
he's not gonna
go on he can't go on the floats either. He has to sit home.
This is Fernando's Ronald Acuna moment.
No, but Acuna could hang out with him at least because he was just hurt.
He
got to party and shit. Tatis can't have contact, right? Isn't that?
I don't think so. I mean, Bob Melvin said he texts him every now and again. I don't know if that's allowed.
Hey, buddy, just checking in. Are you still alive?
Hey.
Wellness check.
Hey, Bob, just on my motorcycle.
Yeah, I can talk.
I can talk.
Oh, man.
You think if they win the World Series, they entertain trading Tatis?
Who's going to take that contract?
I think plenty of teams would take that contract.
Fair enough. Cheap enough, I guess, for a guy like that.
I mean, he's really good. I'd move him off a short. I'd move him off a short yesterday.
Well, I think they're going forward. That's what they're going to do. They're going to play.
I also
Kim
have a call to
next
take.
story.
I'll be right back.
Oh, how about
Jesus,
that?
guys. What is this, amateur hour now?
It'll be funny in 10 minutes if you have to take a phone call.
No, I have to leave in 10 minutes.
In like 3 minutes. You have to go. Well, no, he'll be playing outfield, I think, full time going forward, because I think they're going to play Kim and Short. All of that to say is that Bobby Dahlbeck...
Because he's not a good shortstop.
I mean, he has a strong arm, but...
Yeah, but he can't. He doesn't know where the ball's going
He makes a lot of boneheaded mistakes.
I'll be right back. I have a delivery that I need to go pick up.
Look at you.
Yeah.
All right, well, pick up the pace.
He's got to do an unboxing for us on an audio podcast after that. But all of that to say that Bobby Dahlbeck and Nick York, they're going to love it down in San Diego.
I hear it's lovely. I've never been, but I hear it's lovely.
You know, they're going to be catching beautiful weather down there. They get to meet back up with Don Orsillo.
Great zoo.
Big time zoo.
Drake and Josh was set there.
They love the Padres. They had the foam finger.
Yes, they did. They went to see him at old Qualcomm. No, that might be wrong. When did Petco open?
I think probably 04, 05.
04. Yeah. So actually, Drake and Josh did not go to see them at Qualcomm.
So Qualcomm. I remember that foam finger was orange and blue, so that was like Tony Gwynn era. One of my favorite little tidbits when those old Nick or Disney shows did something sports related is that they very clearly did or did not have the branding rights to anything.
Yeah.
Remember that episode of Drake and Josh when they went to Fenway, I'm doing air quotes, to watch the Red Sox and
No,
the
you're thinking of
Yankees?
Zach and Cody.
What did I say? Drake and Josh? Zach and Cody,
Yeah.
excuse me.
Yes.
Hand up, that's on me.
When I was younger, I was pissed because there was a Drake and Josh episode where Maddie, if you remember, London goes to sleep over at Maddie's house for an episode, and Maddie says that her apartment you could see inside Fenway Park and communicate with the peanut guy, so she would get peanuts thrown to her. There's nowhere where that apartment could be.
It's impossible.
It's physically impossible. Yeah.
Which it used to be where House of Blues is now, with that,
were there apartments there?
No, I'm just saying that. I don't think there was. I'm just dicking around. No, but you look at that video. They that episode. They quote unquote go to Fenway Park. Mr. Mosby's in a full suit, going to Fenway. We're at America's most beloved ballpark now, and the walls are blue.
Well, you see that. Well, hey, I'll defend my guy Mosby with the suit. Sometimes you see guys in suits. You do.
You want to give him a swirly every time.
You know, Mr. Mosby killed a guy in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, driving.
Yeah, manslaughter. Yeah. So did Ferris Bueller. He killed a guy too.
He most certainly did in Ireland. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big thing.
It might have been two guys. Ferris.
I think he hurt one and killed another. I will cut this, but
no, don't cut. No, the people need to know this. Don't cut it.
Fair enough.
But
I will cut this next part though. Did Mr. Mosby was he using the Prindle correctly? That's
Caitlyn Jenner also killed a guy.
Really?
Yeah, she did.
Oh wait, no, I knew that. What am I talking about? Yeah.
Yeah. Manslaughter. It's okay to manslaughter if you're rich. Well, I don't think Mosby was that wealthy when he did it. So, I doubt he's that wealthy now. He's
Why can we call him Mosby? We don't.
Phil Lewis? Is that his name?
I think so. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Well, Fitz, that's all I've got. I feel like we should maybe wait for Liam to get back, though. Feels kind of
If
rude.
you have to go to class, go to class.
No, I'll wait for Liam, and then I'll dip. I want to say goodbye to him.
No. Longer, send my regards.
Yeah, I gotta go sit and learn about movies.
What movies you gonna learn about is
I think we're talking about Almost Famous today.
Ooh, Kate Hudson.
Yes.
So you're not talking about Garfield 2: A Tale of Two Kitties.
I'm unfortunately no.
Well, I think Almost Famous came out before that, so that's gotta be.
It did.
later.
Almost Famous. Almost Famous came out in 2000. I think A Tale of Two Kitties was maybe a 2004 or 5,
07 joint.
Let's see. Let's find out, shall we? Garfield.
Well, you got to be around Stuart Little territory too.
06.
06. There you go. I feel like 2006 was like a cultural wasteland.
Fitz, how much money do you think Garfield: A Tale of Two Kitties made in the box office?
Is it Price is Right rules I can't go over?
No, just guess.
$27 million.
Way more.
Way more.
Yeah.
315.
143.
I mean, I was all over the fucking
Okay, so
place.
then let's see. What do you think Garfield 1?
That would have been a bomb, Jesus.
What do you think Garfield 1 made?
Okay, so if Garfield 2 made, what was it, 153?
Yes.
My conventional wisdom would say that the sequel probably made more. But it still made it.
You'd be wrong if you thought that.
Garfield 1 made
Yeah.
270. Just bump it up by 10 from what I said from Tale of Two Kitties.
203.
It's pretty good.
What I missed, guys?
Did you hear any of that?
The people love Garfield.
Liam, did you hear any of that conversation?
No.
Let's have it all again for the
Garfield?
listeners. The listeners are going to love
Yeah, we'll just
to hear
repeat
the
it verbatim.
conversation we had.
I actually have to leave. But I love you both. Liam, what'd you get delivered? Can you share it with the listeners?
I got some Gatorade. It's not very exciting.
That's it. That's all you got. You got Gatorade.
I got some Gatorade. Yeah.
What flavor?
What? Well, yeah. What color? Fitz, that's weird and uncomfortable. You ask what flavor. You just Gatorade. You say what color?
Lemon lime.
Kick
the
rocks.
OG.
Lemon lime's the best one. Yep.
No, it's not. Glacier Freeze is the best one.
Glacier Freeze is like 2
That
or
is my
3.
backup. Yeah.
Basically,
All right,
Pena's favorite.
I gotta go, boys. Love you both.
See you, pal.
Bye, Jake.
Bye.
So, Liam, the questions at hand here were we were talking about Jake, how he has to learn about movies. And he said he's learning about Almost Famous today with Kate Hudson. And I said, so it's not Garfield, A Tale of Two Kitties. Again, if you were the listener here, you can fast forward about a minute and a half and you can just skip this again. Or if you want to relive it, stick around. So Jake asked me how much I thought Garfield, A Tale of Two Kitties made at the box office. I will ask you the same question.
I'm going to say, can you give me the budget?
I should have asked for that. That probably would have helped. Budget was $60 million, according to Wiki.
I'm going to say it did 75.
So I said 27. I was way off.
Oh.
And then he said way more, and I guessed 315, and that was way off. It's somewhere in the middle there. I'll give you another guess because I got you. It's higher than what you said.
120.
143.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so that was
Who
the
was
sequel.
going to see that? Is that the one where it's the one where Bill Murray's playing him?
Well, yeah, it was the sequel to the Garfield when Bill Murray played him the first time.
That's
so that was Tale of Two Kitties was 06.
I didn't realize they got 2 movies out of that. I knew there was one.
Again, people love the Garfield. What can you say? You were not immune to propaganda in that picture.
That's true.
$50 million budget for the first one that came out in 2004. $50 million. How much do you think it made? It made more than Tale of Two Kitties. 170. Good guess. Close. 203.
Oh, yeah. I didn't trust it to get over that 200 threshold. So, no offense to.
Well, you would have been wrong. Yeah. Well, total offense taken by our favorite cat who hates our favorite tabby cat.
What studio was that from?
I think it said Fox. I'll double check.
Oh, maybe it was.
Garfield
Fox,
movie
Warner Brothers.
Was
DreamWorks.
20th Century Fox.
That's not exciting. That's less exciting.
Garfield bringing home the fucking shit.
I did not realize those movies came out. If you had asked me when
bringing home the lasagna, I should say. Bringing home the cheddar with the lasagna with cheddar in it, basically. Yeah,
it's true. I never would have guessed those movies came out in 2004 and 2006. I would have said I would have said 2010.
Oh Jesus, no.
Yeah, just like I knew they existed, but I
think that was like Alvin and the Chipmunks. That sounds about right for that.
Maybe. And what's the one with the guinea pigs, like G-Force?
G-Force. Yeah, that was a Lights Camera podcast joint there. They reviewed that one. Trill Ballins loved that one. G-Force. I think Zach Galifianakis was in that, if memory serves.
That would make sense if it was around 2010. He was big.
Zach Galifianakis.
He was an A-list actor from 2009 through 2014.
It is interesting to see those actors who are everywhere for 3 years, and then you'll see them from time to time elsewhere. But they're the biggest thing since sliced bread for like a 3-year stretch. Leslie Jones had that for a hot second, right? You know, like 2016 to 19, like she was everywhere.
Yeah.
Like who's kind of, it's Bill Simmons would say they're having a moment. Who's having a moment right now?
Let's think. I'm just gonna go like look at the box office.
I mean, the jury's still out on Sydney Sweeney having a moment or not.
Could be. Oh, you know, it's the fucking Rock. The Rock is everywhere.
Well, he always has a moment. That's the thing. He's always having a moment.
I guess that's fair.
I'm talking like 3 years at a time. Like
just like just a
like they're
Florence
everywhere.
Pugh?
I mean, she's young enough where like it could be long term. It could be like who's to say? Like
there was Midsommar. There was Little Woman. There was
like biggest
Black
Amy
Widow.
Schumer. Amy Schumer was everywhere for 3 years, and then she just kind of like dipped out. You know what I mean? Like biggest.
I don't think she dipped out willingly.
She dipped out one way or the other. There was a dip to be had. Josh Hutcherson was everywhere for about 3 years, and then he kind of dipped.
Who is Josh Hutcherson?
Hunger Games.
Oh, PETA.
Yeah,
PETA. The horse is here.
Hunger Games is the exact same, except you switch out Josh Hutcherson for Lois Griffin. PETA will represent in District 12. PETA. I guess at the point you would swap out Jennifer Lawrence for Lois Griffin. I think that maybe would make more sense because she'd be the one saying PETA. Why would Peter Malark be saying PETA all the time?
No, we'll replace Jennifer Lawrence and Hutcherson with Peter Griffin and Lois Griffin. no other changes.
We did it, PETA. We won Fortnite. did you
Hello, Peter. Welcome to Fortnite.
Well, did you see? We've seen that video with Lois and Peter holding hands with the Victory Royale. I love
and
you
like
too,
Trump's voice. Have you heard the one where like Trump's voice is in it?
No.
Where he's like, "Holy crap, Donald Trump." He's like, "Hello, Peter. Welcome to Fortnite."
Send me that afterwards.
So good. I'll have to find it.
And they're calling it a battle royale. Got a #1 victory royale. Fortnite. We're about to get down.
They are. They have taken Tomato Town.
10 kills on the board right now.
Do you remember when that song was everywhere? God, that was like COVID. That was like peak COVID.
Yeah, that was brain rot from staying inside.
Mm-hmm.
From which we have not been able to recover.
No, we've never come back. Nothing was ever the same again.
What else are some of these? Like Gerard Butler was everywhere for about 4 years. He was in everything. Jason Statham was in every single action movie. I'm a man scorned and I'm going to have my revenge. Everywhere. He just played the same guy for 4 years. And he probably got a ton of money off of it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Shout out to them. Get the bag. I'm not criticizing these people. Go get the bag.
Hey, get your work in. Got to.
I'm saying. Do we have anything else? Or
I don't think so. I really don't. Watching the Guardians here.
Like this, what are we going to say about this game with James Karinchak in right now? Like
we could say
whoever wins the series, just
Johnny Sun God is his father.
Yes, that he is. Shout out to that. That was a great moment.
People forget.
Where's Aaron with? Who's he with again? What organization?
The Orioles picked him up. I don't think he played much at all, though. They probably DFA'd him.
Jonathan Arauz, also known as the Ooze.
Is that what Baseball Reference says?
That's what Wikipedia says.
Oh,
Arauz is only 24. I thought he was a little bit older than that.
No.
He's still with Baltimore.
Okay.
The Ooze.
Oh fuck. 5-1 Yankees.
Not great.
How interesting is that though? That in the Astros 6 straight ALCS appearances, it's been against the AL East every time.
Yeah.
Yankees, Red Sox, Yankees, Rays, Red Sox, Yankees.
Wow. No, yeah.
Cleveland.
I don't
AL Central. Get your game
in the
up.
dirt, man. Oh goodness gracious. Yeah, I don't think I ever noticed that.
So I mean, that just means we'll be in the ALCS against them next year, right?
Has to. Us or the Rays.
I mean, just based on the pattern, you would think.
Yeah, based on that, just if if you're looking at the numbers right in front of you, the documents to prove it, it's us or Tampa, and Tampa's in the dirt. So.
Oh, I will say though, TBS just flashed that the Yankees are 54-0 when leading by 4+ innings in a postseason game after the 5th inning.
So Bieber goes game 1 in Houston, right?
Is that exactly what I'm saying?
Tito masterclass all along.
That's like the Cardinals stat when the Phillies came storming back in the 9th inning.
That's what always happens when you're watching an NFL game.
Once you flash it,
one of the most horrifying and like one of the words as
with kickers.
The table where my mic is when your fantasy kicker needs to hit
money.
like a 50-yarder, like he hasn't missed one from 50 yards since Obama was in office.
Yeah, he hasn't missed one since the Reagan administration.
Yeah, and he sends it into the upper deck 50 yards to the left. That's the worst.
Just how it goes,
So,
but the game's the game.
What are you gonna do? All right, so I think that's it here.
I think that about does it. I'm shocked we got 80 minutes out of this.
Yeah, right. You're just kind of kicking the shit. And we honestly, we talked a bit about it. We didn't talk as much as I thought we were going to talk about the Trump driving video.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll keep coming back to it.
We got to Photoshop that to make it look like not Photoshop. We have to edit that to make it look like he's like driving Rainbow Road in Mario Kart or something.
Yes.
We got the blue shell, Baron. Again, I can't imagine Donald Trump driving. I saw it in front of me. I don't believe it. That has to be a deep fake.
It's like it's almost like too human of him. I don't think of him as a person. He's a character.
Can you imagine Donald Trump brushing his teeth?
Like him doing everyday tasks like grocery shopping. No way he's been in a grocery store.
No way he would make a grocery list.
No, it's no way.
Right?
Like
2 cartons of eggs. Like this. No, you want to do that.
Why driving? Maybe he just.
Can you imagine Donald Trump Can you imagine him tying his shoes? No. I'm just thinking like everyday mundane things that we do without even thinking half the time.
Like. I don't even know. Like, does he make himself coffee in the morning?
No way he makes it
drink
himself.
Coffee.
Does Donald Trump ever just like sit and like listen to some music that he likes? Does he,
Yeah, like
does
what?
he ever sit down and like I'm gonna put on Dark Side of the Moon?
Yeah, let me put this record on real quick.
Yeah. I'm gonna put on Purple Rain by my good friend Prince. Prince would have hated him, but
I'm sure they met though.
Prince doesn't remember. He's just like, Prince was floating during that time, literally physically floating as smoke came up behind him.
My mom saw him in concert. She said it's like the best concert she's ever been to.
It's one of the best Super Bowl halftime shows.
That too.
It's fantastic with that. No, I've seen some live footage of him, and obviously that doesn't compare to the real thing, right? But I mean, that would have been a good show to see.
We've talked a lot of music on this episode.
Good music talk, right? Some Taylor in there, some Prince Rogers Nelson.
Even though Jake wanted us to, Jake gave us directions on what the outro song is already. So
yeah, it has to be Blank Space. Easy.
Has to be.
Trump being a Swiftie is a funny idea, though. That bit does have legs, and we can explore that in the future. So
and and Peter Griffin in the Hunger Games.
We did it, Peter. We won the quarter quell.
I've only seen like the first 2 of those. Aren't there like 4?
I read the first 2 books. I saw the first 2 movies. I didn't see the last 2 movies. Books were fine to read as a teenager. That's what it is.
Some YA novels. Gotta love them.
Exactly. And as a YA, it was.
And you loved them.
It was good. There you go. They love the YA novels, folks. They're running what they call fanfic. They call it fanfic. Very gross individuals doing that. All right, that's it. We don't want to go into the fanfic. For Jake, for Liam, I'm Fitz. Thank you for listening. As always, to Pod on Lansdowne. We'll catch you next week. Go Guards, go Sox, go you for listening. Liam
Go
saluting.
Celtics.
I know. And how the fuck did we go? Go C's, baby.
I don't know how we did all that and didn't talk.
Go C's, baby. Love the C's. Love the C's.
That's right.